Hey, what's up? It's Tati. We have Double or Nothing on Sunday. Let's get into these predictions. First match that I care least about is the Hardy Party versus Ethan Page and the Guns. Now, for whatever reason, they're stretching out this storyline. I did enjoy the Firm Deletion match. It was goofy, it was nothing to be taken serious, and it was nice to have wrestling being taken place outside of the ring. I enjoyed that. Now, with this storyline, what they're going for is that if the Hardy Party wins this match, then Ethan would be under contract with Matt Hardy, which will essentially be the same bullshit that Matt Hardy had went through with Ethan Page and the Firm. So why do we want to see any of that? It just doesn't make sense for them to keep going with this. They should be focusing on getting Jeff ready to be tagging with Matt. I know there's a lot going on with the whole FTR thing right now, but I would like to see them focus on being a tag team. They're wasting people like Hook and Isaiah Cassidy with all this foolishness. Either way, I do want to see the Firm to win, which is Ethan and the Guns. I want to see them win because I don't care to see this thing being stretched out if the Hardys end up winning their match. But for some reason, I'm pretty sure we're going to see the Hardys and Brother Zay take the win. Alright, y'all. So next, the AEW International Championship match in a Blackjack Battle Royale. Now, I saw them post the other day the participants in this match. And unfortunately, it's pretty much a whole bunch of tag teams and trios, aside from like 2 people on here. So we got the Butcher and the Blade and Kip Sabian. We have Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes. We have Bandito and the Best Friends. We also have Jay White and Juice Robinson. We have the Lucha Brothers. We have the Varsity Athletes. Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. We also have Brian Cage and Swerve Strickland. And then we have Ricky Starks and, of course, Orange Cassidy involved in this match. And to be honest, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, it's nothing but tag teams and trios. Like, what the hell is going on here? And when I think about it, one of the main reasons why it looks this way is because AEW has a thing where they keep pairing people up with other people that should be having single runs. So in this match, the only ones is Commander and Ricky Starks that are not part of any team. So it just seems like, I don't know, like something is really, really off about this. And I really think that AEW should look at this whole flyer thing that they made here and realize that too many people are just paired up for no apparent reason. Now, with this match, it's going to be a mess because there are a whole bunch of beefs going on in here amongst teams where people are not going to be focusing so much on, getting their hands on the title. You're going to have Jay White and Juice Robinson going to be focusing on Ricky Starks. You're going to have Brian Cage and Swerve focus on Dustin and Keith Lee. You're going to have a whole bunch of things that are just going to be taking a huge focus away from this match because there are just too many people who are having issues. Why are we not seeing Swerve versus Keith Lee on this pay-per-view? I have no clue. Either way, I do think Orange Cassidy is going to retain, which is something I really don't want to see. But I'm hoping that one of the last 2 people in the ring will be Ricky Starks. Not sure if he's going to make it that far because of Jay White and Juice Robinson being in this match. Either way, I don't have high hopes for this. So next we have AEW Tag Team Championship on the line. FTR versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. I'll be honest, this storyline has not been so great. Now, we do have Mark Briscoe, who's going to be the special guest referee here. So, with all the drama that's going on, that's definitely going to make things a little more interesting between everybody here. Now, what I do think is going to happen, though, because everybody keeps saying that Mark Briscoe is going to end up turning heel. It's really hard to believe Mark Briscoe being heel at this point of his career. Even if he were to turn heel, I do see the crowd still kind of being behind him. He's just like not there at that point of his career where he can turn. Now, what I do want to see here is Jay Lethal leaving Jeff Jarrett and friends, because honestly, I don't feel like he's doing anything for his career. I really want to see Jay in ROH helping out over there. I don't know if they're going to go that route here, but I definitely do see FTR retaining here. But I do think, regardless of the outcome in this match, I think that there's going to be more of a strain with Mark Briscoe and FTR's relationship. Next, we have a ladder match for the TNT Championship, Wardlow versus Christian Cage. Now, honestly, I'd rather see Wardlow retain simply because I hate the whole hot potato thing that they've been doing with the TNT Championship. It doesn't do anything for this title that's lost prestige over the last few title reigns. Now, on second thought, I would also like to see Christian win this because he's experienced and he can do something to help bring some prestige back to the TNT title. So in that case, I would like to see him win it because I really feel like having an experienced wrestler, someone who's great on the mic, someone who's amazing in the ring, would be able to help do something for this title. However, I do believe that Wardlow would retain. To be honest, I felt like they were trying to repackage Wardlow, especially having Arn Anderson by his side, but I feel like we've barely seen anything with that. I'm not really sure where they're trying to go with Wardlow, but I feel like once again they will have to take the title off him and try to just do some tweaking when it comes to Wardlow because he's lost his way. I would like to see Christian take it for that sole reason, for helping the TNT title, bring some prestige back to it. But I do think Wardlow will retain. Next, the AEW Women's World Championship will be on the line. Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. And I'll have to say this, I was so excited to see Jamie Hayter take the win. I know a lot of people was excited to see her win. However, nothing has really happened since she's won the title. Yeah, she's had a couple of matches for the title, but that's pretty much it. She's been injured, and a big reason why we haven't seen her doing anything with that title is because she's been having that feud with the Outcast, and I feel like that took a huge focus off the title itself. I personally don't like the storyline. I do think, however, it's gotten better in the past few weeks. We've seen a little bit more better matches. Now that we have Hikaru Shida, who's part of that whole little story, I do feel like it's a little bit outplayed right now with the storyline. However, when it comes to this match, I am not sure if Jamie Hayter will retain. She seems to be injured. She did get injured like more than a month ago with her shoulder. And since then, we have not been seeing her in the ring. I do think that it's a possibility that she'll end up losing this if she has a much more serious shoulder injury. I would prefer to see Jamie Hayter continue if she can. If Toni Storm were to win this, it wouldn't be so bad, but I think that would make the whole Outcast storyline play out even longer, and then we'll see some type of storyline between these three girls having some type of issues with each other out of jealousy because one of them is holding the title. Either way, I see Jamie Hayter taking the win. Next, we have Adam Cole and Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match. Now, what I see here is that I'm kind of surprised that they're having this and also having the Anarchy in Arena match. These matches, despite that, it's a one-on-one match and then there's an 8-man tag on the other, I really do feel like the rules somewhat are very, very similar. The matches are going to seem similar. Both these matches have to do something to stand out over the other because they're going to be all over the place for both matches, and we might see some very similar things. I didn't think about that until just now, but to be honest, I do think that Chris Jericho don't need this win. Adam Cole definitely needs this win. He's been gone with an injury. He's come back. He's been all right since he's, come back or whatnot. But there needs to be more of a statement with Adam Cole now that he's back and definitely trying to get up on the card. Now, will we see any interferences? I definitely believe so. We do have a special enforcer, which is Sabu. To be honest, I think that's a little random, but it is what it is. Will we see Kyle O'Reilly come out? Will we see Bobby Fish? More likely Kyle. then what's his name, Bobby Fish, I think. That would be great if we saw that, but I think the best way to go with this is Adam Cole. He really, really needs this to gain some momentum. Now that he's back in AEW, maybe we can get him in the TNT title scene in a couple of months, something of that nature. I don't feel like Chris Jericho needs to win. Next, we have the Elite versus BCC in a Anarchy in the Arena match. Now, I was not a fan of the last one they did with BCC with Jericho Appreciation Society. There were some things that were okay. I felt like it was unorganized, and at times the camera didn't know where the hell to go because there's so much going on. So I really hope that this time it'll be much better produced than what they did last time. Now, with this, I would prefer to see Blackpool Combat Club takes the win. We do have, the Young Bucks. They seem to have some type of injury. I don't feel like they're 100% with those injuries. So maybe that will play a part of the reason why they'll end up losing. Now, will Takeshita get involved? I'm not sure. He doesn't seem like the type to get involved, helping another team win. So I don't feel like he'll be there. I just think that maybe with biasness that Blackpool Combat Club should take the win. Now, before I get into the main event, I do want to point this out that next month is Forbidden Door. This pay-per-view, we need to feel some type of New Japan presence in this. I'm not entirely sure how they'll be able to do this and when they'll fit that in. However, there's no reason why we should have to have waited this long to see some type of presence from New Japan getting into the pay-per-view. Last year, I felt like there was hardly any build to the pay-per-view, and this year, they're moving in the same direction because it's still a month away, and we got nothing at this point. So I'm hoping to see somebody over there make their presence known in this pay-per-view. It would have been nice to have had some guys from New Japan in that international Blackjack Battle Royal match. That would have been cool too, but we have to get the ball moving on for that pay-per-view. Now let's talk about the main event for the Triple B. Next, we have AEW World Championship on the line. MJF versus Darby Allin, Jack Perry, and Sammy Guevara. MJF is definitely going to retain, but I do feel like we're going to see a different side of Jack Perry in this match. Darby Allin definitely being the favorite here in this match, and I think out of the other two guys, he's definitely more prepared to, if he would have won the world title compared to the other guys. He's better on the mic, and I do think, well, I don't want to say he's a better wrestler, but something about him, he has a better presence than Jack and Sammy. Now, I do believe what's going to happen here is that MJF at some point is just going to let the other three kick the hell out of each other and then go for the win when he finds an opportunity to take advantage. Now, honestly, I do want to see MJF win because I felt like the storyline started off strong, and somewhere down the line, it's just like, okay, things got a little stale. And I really feel like AEW has not taken a really real serious opportunity with MJF while he's champion. Lately, we've been seeing the whole elite thing being more of a focal point in the show. These guys, none of them are holding the AEW World Championship. Why does it seem like they're more of a focus? We're ending the shows with them constantly. We're seeing bigger and better things with them rather than with MJF. And it kind of seems like MJF has taken a back seat along with the world title. So I want to see him win and AEW take a really good chance with him to show how great of a champion he can be. And it has nothing to do with him being heel. I just feel like AEW sometimes they start getting something with momentum and then things die down. That should never be the case with the biggest prize at your company. And you know what? Like Revolution, I felt like going into the pay-per-view, the build was not that great. However, the pay-per-view was absolutely solid. that might be the case with this one on Sunday. So I'm hoping to see really, really great things with this pay-per-view. Guys, thanks so much for watching my prediction video. I'll be back on Sunday with the results to the pay-per-view. Bye.